Doop 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 doop. All right, let's do this. I need some music. Let's get some music and then we can do this. There it is. That's really loud. Okay. We're doing this, We've got our terminal, we've got our browser. We can reload our browser. And it doesn't work. Cool. Ah, currently not found. Not feeling this song either. Let's see how we're doing. This I'm feeling. You also may have noticed a little bit of a different setup here. That's because I'm recording a course. More on that to come later, but yeah, for the time being, this is the setup. I'm much more straight on. You don't see the soundboard. You do see a massive green wall behind me. Should be fun. Finally getting around to recording the course for the project that I've been working on. And what I'm doing today is I need to work on this component. I need to work on this dialog component. That's what we were doing. So let's see. Change my title actually, hold on. There's ghosts in the house. Oh, there's a cute little dog in the house. Hello. You want to come up on the screen? No, you don't. You just want to check and see if I'm going to give you any treats, aren't you? Okay. Let me change my stream title really quick to reflect what's actually going on. The title is going to be creating accessible dialog component in React. Sure. Update all. Cool. Cool. Okay, so what are we doing here? I am trying to create an accessible dialog component, so npm run dev. Did you lock yourself in? Yeah, you did. Silly dog, hold on. I swear to God, that dog is like a cat sometimes. Okay, we have some changes that we've made to our project. ULID in the last stream. We don't need ULID. We don't need ULID. We don't need to use ULID, which means we don't need to do this little song and dance. Don't need that, save. Don't need that, save. The owner, I don't even know if I'm using this right now. Well, I won't shake the boat too much. I'm gonna get rid of this. Do my search. Okay, we're still using it. We'll get rid of that. And then ULID, one more time. We can get rid of that. We can get rid of that. We can get rid of that. Awesome. So, let's try that one more time. A lot of rebuilding. Looks like it's all working now. We can close everything. We can go to the browser and reload, and hopefully it's working. Awesome. Authentication failed against server localhost project credentials or Postgres are not valid. And I think that's because I was using SQLite before. Where did I timeline? env. Whoop. Shouldn't have done that. I hope no one was looking. That's alright. It's okay. I'm going to have a new database eventually anyway. But I do need to turn off my screen for now, just in case. Look at the env. I'm going to just delete that because I'm not going to use that. Okay. Okay, let's do this. Cool, we can turn this back on. And I'm going to set the environment variables to dev.database so that Prisma connects to a local SQL database. We're going to reset the migrations, delete that. Schema Prisma, cool. That's looking good. We're resetting everything. We're going to do npx Prisma migrate dev name is going to equal init. Sure. Oh, got the wrong thing set up. That should be SQLite. Thank you. Run that one more time. Awesome. Running seed command. Ooh, the seed command is probably going to fail. Maybe, maybe not actually. Seed command totally failed. That's fine because I actually don't think I need the seed command. It still ran the migration and the database stuff. So I should be able to run npm run dev. And that should get our app up and running, hopefully. Tailwind build is running. Remix build is running. Remix build worked. Remix is watching in development mode. Reload. And we got our pets. Cool. And for some reason the seed command did work. So we should have 50 pets. Awesome. Now, what I want to work on is actually creating... Owners. Okay, fine. Gonna come here. I guess we don't have owners, right? We have pet and upload. Awesome. So owner, just gonna get rid of you. Owner update, gonna get rid of you. And then I'm gonna do search for owner. And here. Lots of references to the owner. So we're going to go here. We're going to say, hey, we don't actually need the owner. And the owner search, we're not doing the owner search anymore. So we don't have persons. We don't have owner search. I don't think so. Let me go back, actually. Deleting a lot of stuff there. Owner, pet owners. Yeah, person. Cool. Don't need that. Can delete all that. Don't need the person data. We don't have owner search. We don't have person data, which means down here we don't have search params. We don't need. And we don't have owner search. We don't have person data. We don't have new owner fetcher. We're not doing anything with owners, so I don't need that, don't need that. This use effect is now pointless. And we should have no other stuff around owners down here. So pet owners is not going to be a thing. Add owners is not going to be a thing. New owners thing is not going to be a thing. Cool. That gets us down to a much simpler form. And that should get our application working again. Awesome. Well, that doesn't work as I had intended, does it? Relative image. This should be object fit cover height 100%. Contain no cover. That's what that should be. I think I'm gonna have to fix that. So where's my image here? Here? Yeah. We're gonna do class name equals fit object fit. I think it's fit cover, and we're gonna do width full, height full. Hopefully that does what I want. Image, full width, full height. Don't have the object fit. Object fit cover, that's what I want. Cool. Then I think this needs to be object fit cover. There you go, looking good. Where is it? It's not object fit cover. Ugh! Okay, tailwind. What do I need to know? Okay, let's go object fit, please. Object cover. Ugh. Sometimes I hate tailwind. Cool. Reload. There we go. Object fit cover. Looking at it, object fit cover. Excellent. Now, what I need is, I want a little pop-up when I click that button. Because right now, yeah, right now this form just is gonna submit the thing and delete, which is fine. Let's do one thing to begin with. We're gonna say on submit is going to be prompt delete. Okay, and then we're gonna say function prompt delete is going to take the event, and we're gonna say what is it? Confirm? Window.confirm? Yeah, confirm something. Let me say if confirm something, then we will return. Otherwise, I don't know. Event.prevent default. Let's see if I got this right. Okay. I'm gonna try deleting this dog. And it's gonna confirm something, and I'm gonna say cancel, and it's not gonna do anything. And I'm gonna confirm, and I'm gonna say okay. And cool, it's submitted and we're good. Awesome. So, version number 1. Are you sure you want to delete this entry? This cannot be undone. That's a question. Cool. We're gonna go ahead and wrap that in curly brace because it's broken onto the next line. And yeah. Can I do this instead? Let's go, Alana. Let's try deleting. Interesting. So this works, except if I do this really quick, then I can delete the pet, which is a problem. Because now if I reload 404, pet's not there. So what I want to do, yeah, Caitlin, this is only going to work after JavaScript has loaded, which may not actually be good enough for me. So what do we got here? Text message? Okay, so what would work better is, so this is I'm just going to leave as a temporary solution. This looks pretty ugly. I'm going to leave that there. Yeah. You need to go on another line. That's fine. Okay, what I want to do is create this component, this dialog component. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to pull it in here. Oh, don't need this request URL either. Cool. Cool. Don't need this fetcher. Don't need this ref. Awesome. Here we go. And we're going to say we want to bring in the dialog, please. Now, next thing's next. Let's get this dialog button here. Instead of having this form, I guess I'm going to have that eventually, but I'm going to call this dialog component, and I forget how this dialog is supposed to work, right? It's like, gosh, there's a lot of code there. Children go inside of this fixed thing. The summary is the toggle. The toggle is either a string or a React component. And we're going to say that the toggle is going to be a React component that is, what is it? JSX component that is a button, I guess. Oops. Ah, you're not going to do the thing for me. And then we're going to say, like, delete, right? So I don't know if I love this, but let's see what we've got here. Okay, there's my button. I can click that all I want. Cool, now I need to figure out what this toggle is and if I can actually add event listeners to the element. Console log toggle. Rebuilding, reloading, here we go. Props, children. Type is button, huh? So, what's up, Brent? Where is the view content? JP Heiser? JP Heiser. Oh, just playing. Hi, sir. Yes, the view content, maybe the next project. So I'm coming back to this one because there's something that I want to finish up that hopefully I can get in today. But the view content, yeah, if we end up like building the next project into something a little bit more robust, I will use Vue, and we can check that out. So this actually presents an interesting situation for me because or you could use SvelteKit and you wouldn't complain. Yeah, I haven't used Svelte. Okay, I think I know what I need this to be. Toggle needs to actually be a function that returns a React component. Okay. That's what it's going to be. Because then I can provide this function. Then I can do this. I can say, hey, toggle actually is going to be a function that's going to return, that's going to return this thing, which is kind of an ugly way of doing it. But yep, good enough. And then we're going to go down to toggle. And we're going to say toggle actually needs to execute. So that's going to return the function. Now, I'm actually going to call this like toggle factory, but no, toggle's fine. The reason why we need to do this is because I need to bind some actions to this button. So I'm going to say on, how am I going to do this? This is how I'm going to do it. This is going to be like the props, really. This is toggle props, and then we are going to pass those onto this button, or yeah, essentially. That way, this is kind of ugly. Not sure I love this, but this is more or less how I do it with Vutensils, and I actually really like it in Vutensils. So then what we can do is say toggle props. Let's see. So the toggle itself. Yeah, this is fine. Where is my toggle? The slots toggle, name is toggle, bind, click is this. So we're gonna do, I need to get some set state, I think. Import React, comma, set state action. Doesn't seem right. Oh, not set state. It's use state. Use state. There we go. And we're gonna do something like I don't even know if I need this. I don't know if I need this use state yet. But what I do need is to set up, like, let's say const toggle props is going to equal an object with aria has pop-up true, aria expanded. We'll just start with aria has, we'll start with these. Type is button, yeah. I need these things, so we're gonna put those on there. Roles button, aria has pop-up true. We're gonna take these toggle props and we are going to pass them into this function so that the user that consumes this doesn't actually have to worry about thinking about that stuff. That way, when I look at this button, in theory, they should have, yep, type is button, role is button, aria has pop-up is true. Awesome. Just kind of part of the reality of what I need to do to be able to pass whatever I want here. Which also is an interesting thing because that's a summary. Okay, now I also need here inside of my dialog, the content here is going to be like, actually it's going to be this form. So we're going to take this form, cut it out, put it in here, and then something like, are you, let's see, let's do a heading, H3, no, I guess we want to do like a paragraph. Say, are you sure you want to delete this entry? Cool. Let's click that. Clicking it doesn't seem to do anything, which is weird because it should be a dialog that shows. I do see the content. It's there somewhere. So let's see here. Display grid, position fixed. I don't see it though. Inset 0 with 100%. Is that percent? Yeah. Height 100%. Still not seeing it. So that means this is not actually being clicked properly. So let me try this. Toggle props is going to do that. We're just going to put some text in here. Yo! Okay, now I do see it. Awesome. Wait, was it not doing that before? Let's see. That may have popped up and I was just like blind to what was going on there. Okay. Let's do that. Let's click to delete. No, that doesn't actually do anything. Awesome. So that's interesting. All right, well, instead of having that be a button, let's put that as a span. Maybe. Cool. Getting it to pop up. That's my position fixed. That's my content. I need to build out this thing. Let's give this like a semi-opaque background color, right? Let's go background opacity. Changing the opacity. No. Background color. Opacity? Do I have opacity? Changing the opacity. Okay, so I can do something like this. And we're going to say, honestly, I don't know if I even need this. We'll come back to that. But let's see, fixed, inset, grid, place content center, cool. And background, we're going to say gray, 550. Ah, did I spell gray wrong again? Is it with an E? Oh no, you just can't see it. Definitely doesn't spell with a 3. So is it A? It is A. Cool. We're gonna do gray, I don't know, instead of 50, we'll do 70. Okay, that doesn't work. Oh no, maybe that does work. Tailwind, blah, blah. Okay, we want some opacity. I'm gonna say 70, and sure, 500 is fine. Oh, I'm doing a dialog modal. That's right. That looks like butt. It looks like butt, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm trying to do something like that. Whap. So this is interesting. Yeah, that's right. It's chiptune spirit. It smells like chiptune spirit. That's what it is. It smells like chiptune spirit. Cool. So, why does this look so bad? I'm gonna go back to 50%, and I'm gonna say it's gonna be background gray of 900. Better, closer. Better, closer. That's pretty good, I guess. I'm gonna go a little bit darker. Let's go with the 6 there, and then we're gonna say, cool, this thing needs to be background white for sure. And then we're gonna say something like border. No. What do I want? Radius? No. Rounded. And padding 4. Sure. Cool. That's looking a lot better. Although, I might be doing this wrong. Details as a modal. HTML. Details dialog element. Prevent page scrolling as a dialog. Create CSS only. There you go. That might be it. CSS tricks, usually pretty handy. So I want to see the demo here. That's not CSS tricks, it's CSS script. Let's see what this demo looks like. Launch the modal. Okay, this is basically the behavior that I want. It does do the focus trapping, but it's not a very good job of it. So let's see what they've got. Marker, cool. So they do put a, oh no, they don't put a, yeah, can't put a button inside of there. Then you have this fan, okay. Some ads, great. The modal overlay. So if I click on this, what am I clicking on here? It's the modal overlay, which is inside of the summary, which is what I have. All right, well, let's see what they do. So add the modal trigger. So summary, and then we've got the button, and then you've got the overlay. Cool. Then insert them together with your own modals. Draw the owl, and then draw the rest of the fucking owl, is what they're telling me here. Not the best tutorial I've come across. And this bear. Gotcha. All right, let's see the source code here. Index.ts. Cool. We have something. We have a lot going on here. Where is the actual... That's a lot of code. Oh gosh, okay. Oh yeah, I need to click out for yours. Puts his study hat on. Yeah, thing is, I know there's gotta be something that's like an easy way to do it. Thanks for the 404. Dang, did DigitalOcean buy Alligator.io? Looks like they did. Replace JavaScript dialogues with new HTML dialogue. I feel like this is not quite ready. It's a true modal. It's accessible with the keyboard. It's screen reader friendly. It traps focus. Support user preferences. It pauses code execution. Okay. If you'd like to see a demo right away, let's see this. Well, code pens are great. Alert. Please refresh your browser. Okay, confirm. Prompt. Okay, but these are just buttons, and you're still using a JavaScript dialog here. So I mean, look at this. Replace JavaScript dialogues with the new HTML dialog element. First, start with the dialog class. Cool. Button attributes cancel. Polyfilling in supported browsers. Keyboard navigation. Display the dialog. I don't get it. I mean, the whole point... This is still too JavaScripty for me. The whole point is to try and get this without... Let's see. Fine. Dialog. No, that's not what I wanted. Okay, right. So we would need to we need JavaScript for this anyway. That's not what I want. I want details and summary. I want this to be Node.js. Let's see. Node.js modal with details summary. Let's try this. I mean, honestly, it takes a lot of silly modal using details element. So this is it. I'm going to keep this one open. That one seems to work okay. A no script, 100% JavaScript modal. This might be it. Yeah, we have summary details. We've got a demo here, right? So open modal. And then I have to click this to exit it. And what is this? Ah, interesting. That is... Whoa, okay, check this out. So I click it, and when the modal is open, my modal toggle moves. This is some janky. Yeah, position fixed. Okay, this is a terrible approach. Sorry, whoever did this, but yeah. So you like absolute position, or you fixed position it over the modals. Not the best approach, if you ask me. So the problem here is that in order to open and close the modal, you need to be able to click the actual summary. This may not be the solution I was hoping for. This was not good. Sorry, whoever made this. That's not going to be a good solution if you ask me. Details and summary. Pop-up modal without JS. Click me. One is done totally without... Okay. There's click me too. Click outside the pop-up to close. Okay. Here we have something promising. If I click here and I exit, nothing. Okay, so what's happening here is I think it's using the URL hash. That's my guess. So when the hash is, yeah, when you have the target, it sets the background. Okay, I get it. Also, a valid solution, but kind of weird, because let me break down what's going on here. Is we have links, right? These are the things that open up. Yeah, these are the things that open up the pop-ups. Exactly. Click me too. This checks that the target is pop-up 1. This checks that the target is pop-up 2. It's going to append that to the URL. We don't see that in this CodePen example, but if I, let's see, if I change the view, where's the view? Settings. I don't know. Where do I change? Where do I see the actual view? Well, anyway, clicking this would append that ID to the URL, and when that ID is the target here, those are detail summary though, hard to read. This is not detail summary. This is using a link, and then the content. The content is in there somewhere. The overlay. Ah, okay. I see. So the overlay is just visually hidden. Here we have position absolute, visibility hidden, opacity 0. So you can't see the actual content of the overlay, but it is in the DOM. Yeah. And what happens is, so the content is there, but it's visually hidden. But then when you click this, it appends this to the URL as a hash. And then because the pop-up has this, no, what is it? When the overlay matches the target of the, hold on a sec, Nugget is going crazy. Ooh, sorry about that. Dogs, you know what I'm saying? He's a good boy though. Can you lay down? You lay down? It's hard to tell when he lays down because he's such a small dog. He's like, he's got those little stumpy stompers with those front legs. He's a little cheater, isn't he? Yes, you are. There you go. Okay, so yeah, essentially it's using the, if this hash symbol exists in the URL, that matches this target selector. And then it says, oh, well, this overlay has that ID. Yep, pop-up 1. So it matches that target. And when you have overlay and the matching target, then it sets the visibility to true. So also not, I mean, maybe a better solution. And then what you do with this close button is you just set the the browser target to just a hash symbol, which maybe is okay. I have seen people do this. I have seen Adam Argyle do this for like a drawer component, which is kind of cool. I don't know. I don't think the detail summary is actually going to work for me. Let me try this one more time. Yep, see, this is the same solution, CSS target. This is the example. Using a target. There it is. This actually is kind of cool though. I don't know. Brent, what do you think? So as far as the accessibility, that's what we could cover. GitHub's user menu has a nice example of detail summary modal. Okay, let's check that out. GitHub. What, this thing? No. User menu, yeah, this. So this is not exactly a modal. This is like a pop-up. And the thing with this is the reason why this works is because the summary can still be clicked. So if JavaScript, it doesn't, essentially, not like with a modal, you generally have like an overlay that blocks the background of, it works exactly like a modal though? No, it does not. So with a modal, you have an overlay that covers the background, which means I can't click on this if it's being covered. And that's the summary element, which means if I can't click on it, I technically can open the modal, but I would also require JavaScript to close it, which defeats the whole purpose of saying, well, we're going to try and do this to support no JavaScript, right? Again, no JavaScript is not, I don't want to always say that that has to be the case. But it is kind of nice if it works. Let's see, let me try this one more time. No JavaScript modal. And maybe the dialog element is the way to go. Learn 2 ways to make a modal without JavaScript. Pure CSS. With CSS, no JavaScript. Cool, let's try these. I'm gonna pick one by the end of this. And then when we talk about the accessibility, I will show you how to make it more accessible. And I think so far that hash target approach is probably the way I'm gonna go. Modal checkbox method. Don't love this one, where you basically have a hidden input. Yeah, don't love this one. Oh, and that's like the modal. Yeah, I definitely don't like that approach. No, thank you. So then you click here. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, this one's going with the target selector as well. Target seems to be the way to go for me. This is not working, but that's okay. Cool. Basic modal window pop-up with pure CSS, no JavaScript. This is going to also do the target. Okay. I think that's the way I'm going to go. And the thing that's too bad about this is none of these handle the accessibility, like the ARIA attributes, unfortunately. Okay, click for the pop-up. Cool, that works. Clicking out doesn't work. Clicking the X works. Clicking and hitting the escape key doesn't work. Okay, this one still uses the href. So that's fine. That seems like a good way to go. To be honest, it's not a bad way because it does append to the URL, which means I could like reload this page. I mean, not this page, but you could reload the page and have that open. Well, it would be open if you rely on the CSS, and I'll show that in a minute. So let me do it that way. Could you point to it? Could I point to it? I don't know what you mean by, can I point to it? Okay, so let's try this. we're gonna say I need some CSS access. So I'm gonna go open up. Okay, I'm gonna open up my styles app.css. I need to make another component thing, which is here, I guess. Components. Icon card. I feel like these should be inside of the component. Definitely card. Card should definitely be inside of the components. I'm gonna do that. Get rid of you. Card. Tap that out. Hey, I said thank you. And then we're gonna do something here. So I'm gonna build it without the accessibility stuff to begin with. Yes, yes. Link to it. Yes. Yes, you can point to it with a link. Yeah, that's the idea. Or you could share the URL on social media, or you could like give it to someone via email. And in theory, that should work, which is kind of a nice feature. It is a little bit weird to use hashes. Like I always kind of get this weird feeling about using hashes, but we're gonna try it. So detailed summary, let's comment this out. Let me steal some markup like what they have. I think this person seemed to have the way that I like it the best. So we're gonna say this. We're gonna come here and we're gonna come down here and say something like this, right? ID is gonna be that. Our modal.modal. What the hell? What? Where's this form coming from? This is way off. Section. Boy, this markup is kind of terrible, isn't it? href. Okay, cool. Well, this one actually does have some stuff. I don't. You shouldn't have to put aria hidden true if you have hidden on it already. That's not true. Hidden is not a real thing. So let's see. I think this form doesn't make sense. I think that's where they made the mistake. It's not a form, it's a div. There you go. Get rid of that. Okay. That's my content. I don't think I need a section. And if I did, I don't know why there's a div and then a section, but that's okay. Modal close, modal close. Okay. I don't know. We'll keep on going through this. The problem with creating modals is that the body scroll bar, if present, cannot be overlapped with modal. Around that. Yeah. We'll do that with JavaScript. Okay, the style. I think I'm just gonna take over from here. I don't like what's going on here. So let's do this. We're gonna say I think I'm gonna do something like this. Modal is going to be maybe display none, and then dot modal target is going to be. Can I do nesting in here? I'm sure I can. This is post CSS after all, isn't it? We're gonna do ampersand target display block. Or display unset. There's our modal. For some reason we can actually see it. Might be a CSS thing. I bet I gotta reload that. Or class every time. class name. Stupid JSX. Okay, cool. Modal is hidden. Now, in theory, I should be able to say, have a link in here that says return href equals hash our modal, and then like click me baby, and then that's going to complain because there's 2 elements. So we're going to do I just closed the browser, dang it, I forgot the keyboard shortcuts. Shoot. Okay, how do I do it? I forget. I forgot how to do it. There's a keyboard shortcut to like wrap elements in HTML tag, but wow, already an hour in. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this, Brent. We'll see. Once I get this stuff down, the rest is, I don't know, technically the hard part, but it'll be easy. Okay, let's do this the shorthand way. Burp, burp, burp. Cool, now it's wrapped. That's a wrap. Our modal. Dialog, getting code actions from webhint. Cool. Cool. Let's go ahead and cancel that. I'll just hit save. You got this. Yeah, cool. Click me, baby. Click that. Adds it to our modal. And I don't see the styles on there, so let me see. Overlay, opacity hidden, and target. Nothing's broken in the build command, right? Oh. Expected that, but found ID. I think that's an old, yeah, that's old. Gosh, sometimes you just want to... Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to copy this. Let's see, content, overflow auto, maybe max height. I don't think I want that. Overflow auto, I mean, I'll cover that when I get to it. Hover, close hover, click me. Okay. Close, I don't think I need to worry about you. H2, don't need to worry about you. Light, don't need to worry about you. Pop up, sure. Sure, okay, cancel and light, don't need you. All that stuff, all this stuff, button. I think all this I can actually just get rid of. Okay, do the thing. There you go, click you, cool, still works. Click you. Ah. Okay, that's fine. Something like that. I'm just gonna try this. I'm gonna try some major copy paste. Let's see, modal. Cool, we're gonna keep that. We're gonna come here. I'm so lazy. Gonna go there. We are going to come into, screw it, let's do it here, yeah? Let's take this dialog, get rid of it, throw this there. Got pop-up 1, pop-up 2. I don't really care about pop-up number 2. Don't really care about this wrapper. Don't really care about pop-up 2. Don't care about that title. Don't care about pop-up 2. Don't care about a lot of this stuff. That. Okay, let's try this. Oh shoot, I broke something. Uh-oh. What did I break? What did I break? I didn't break anything. Oh, it's because these comments need to be... They're HTML! Come on, JSX! Do the thing! Okay, let's see what we've got here. I'm gonna close that. I don't think I want to keep it. I click the thing, that's pop-up 1, it's not working. Let's close this off, restart it. Man, these things are so annoying. When you don't know anything about accessibility, they're so easy. Life was easier when I didn't know what I was doing. Class, that's right, thanks, thank you, thank you, thank you. Class equals last name. I don't see it working. Okay, there's my button. There's my div. It is... that's the problem. Maybe that was a problem before. CSS is not going to work like that. Overlay. All of this goes like that. And then we basically need to cut this out. Paste it. Overlay. Kind of annoying, but whatever. And I think that that's going to complain. Yeah, also, Brent, take my accessibility comments with a grain of salt. That this is to the best of my knowledge, but I reserve the right to be wrong. After all, I don't have... Oh, look at that. There it is. Cool. I'm starting to think I should just use a dialog element. Let me see. Dialog, HTML element, Node.js maybe. Brief look at HTML dialog. Let me just explore this one more time. It's not a semantic element. It has API and special CSS. Till we learn better, yeah. Yeah. It's polyfillable, dialog open or not. This is open. JavaScript API for opening and closing them. Dialog show and hide, cool. Close, yeah, okay. That's easy enough. I'm not sure you quite grok it, but the spec talks about pending dialog stack. Okay, that's interesting. There's also HTML. There's HTML-based way to close them. Okay, open dialog and close the dialog. Notice that if you programmatically open the dialog, you get a backdrop cover. Yeah. And you can style it. Yeah, okay, that's cool. Show notification, roller coaster is cool, right? It moves focus for you. Yeah, so this is one of the cool things that it does trap the focus for you, but The real question is, how much do I care that this dialog doesn't work without JavaScript? Assuming you open it via JavaScript. Yeah. You're most centric and lots of devs tend to gravitate to it, so it's honestly one of the reasons I watch Follow You. Thank you. Yeah, it is. I mean, try to like bake it in, or at least consider it while we're working. And the whole JavaScript Node.js thing is not so much of a accessibility thing. I just hate doing things that only work with JavaScript. Or if I am, I want it to be like, let's put it this way. The thing that I'm thinking about here is I want the user to be able to delete this entry, right? Like deleting is a must-have as far as capabilities go. And if you can only do it when JavaScript is available, how do I feel about that? Yeah, not so great. So then that brings me back to the original question is, you know, how can I give this user an experience where they go like click to delete and then they say, and then they don't just automatically delete it, because what if you click it by accident, right? But we have a scenario where it's like, hey, are you sure you want to delete it? So we started today and we said, let's try with a confirm or a prompt. And remix idea of progressive enhancement makes sense. Yeah, and I think that there are some things that you can do that are only JavaScript enabled, and that's okay. But all of the critical behavior of the application, I think, should work. Like there should be some minimum level that works without JavaScript, just in case. So with that said, I think we're not going to do the dialog. I think we're going to do this current approach, or no, we're going to do the dialog. We're not going to do the dialog element. I think we're going to do this approach that we're working at because it works, and then we can use JS to progressively enhance it. So let's do that. So we have, let's see, let's build this again, right? We're going to say toggle we're going to say this. Toggle can be a string, or it can be maybe something that returns a React component, right? And this is going to be an object, whatever, it's an object. So let's see, toggle props equals that. I'm going to say if type of toggle equals a string, then toggle is going to equal, what is it? A ... toggle props. And then we're going to put in toggle. Right? So that way we are creating the link ourselves. Otherwise, we can assume that the user is passing these toggle props. It's giving us a function, right? Something like that. Cool, so we've got the toggle props, and what I want to do, yeah, I don't think I need a console log. I feel pretty confident about how that's going to go. And then what that's going to be is the toggle here is going to need to have this href, and this is going to be the toggle. So then this toggle is going to be, yep, type is button, role is button, ARIA has pop-up, true, cool, feel good about that. We need to pass an href, which is going to be the ID. And then I'm going to say that I can take an ID. I'm going to say toggle. I'm going to say ID is going to equal to an empty string. And I'm going to say href is going to be the hash symbol and then the ID. If the ID is undefined, we need to generate one. So import something from ... come on, utils.js, and we should have a random string, cool. And we're going to say here, ID is equal to ID, or I guess we can do this thing, right? If it's nullish coalescent? No, I think we want, yeah, ID or a string where we say ID and then random string of length 6. I don't know, something like that. It's randomly generated string. Cool. Get that. We got our ID. We got our toggle props. At this point, the link should have some stuff on it. href pop-up 1. I think we maybe are missing something there. Href pop-up 1. Ah. I'm in the wrong place. Cool. That's right. Shoot. I did the wrong thing. I need to take this content and... where's my dialog again? There it is. Let's undo all that. Undo that. We're going to say the toggle, I'm going to... sure. Just do that. That's fine. That's going to be the toggle content. We're going to implement it, and then in my dialog component, I need to replace the HTML that I had there, which is here, not our modal. There we go. We don't need this. I think that's it. Oh, shoot. Okay, yeah, we're good. Cool. Let's see, where are we here? Where's my thing? Where's my thing? Button, edit pet, form, pop-up, overlay, class. I think that's not quite right. Button, pop-up 1, and still the overlay. What do we got, an error somewhere? You know. Okay, so I still have pop-up 1. I want to set the ID here to match my ID. Whoa. Ah, I have an issue here. Okay, fine. Toggle is going to be a function that returns that. Otherwise, we have toggle, which is we're not actually executing it. There you go. Toggle is a function, that's right. There's my toggle. I've got my text. It lives in a button. No. There it is. No. Where is it? Ugh. Oh, I just have my span. Okay, right, because we need to pass in the toggle props. There you go. Now those should be added onto the span. There you go. There's my href for my ID. Type is button. Role is button. Aria's pop-up is true. We have one problem here, is that it should be a link, not a span. So I think that's easy enough to fix. Yep. It's basically going to be either a string or a React functional component. Toggle is a string. We actually don't really care. We just need to take all of this, get rid of that. I'm actually going to cut all of this out. Sometimes I don't get there the first time, you know, straight ahead, so it takes a minute. So what we need here is we're going to put the, get rid of that. We're going to put the link in there. We're not going to call that. We're going to put the contents. This is a much better approach. What am I doing? Let's see, index. This is actually, I'm just going to change this to toggle. It's just going to be just text for now. Delete. Cool. And then you're going to be, let's see, I need all of these things on you. I need the href. I need all of these to be equals. And then, let's see, this needs to be that. These need to be that, otherwise it's going to annoy me. And this needs to be that, and then these commas can go away, and then we don't need this toggle props thing, and I think I can hit save and it should work. Come on. Come on, buddy. You're not gonna beautify it for me? Oh, because I have something's not right up here. No, that's fine. Toggle ID children. You're complaining. Wait. JSX expression must have one parent element. Okay. Well, it's complaining because this needs like a div, maybe? That doesn't make sense. I think it might just be freaking out, so let's open that back up. Look at that. They're gone. You see? There's the problem. Yeah, good. Good for you. Cool. So now we've got this element. It's got all of our things. Type is button, role is button, Aria has pop-up. Cool. Cool. We've got, every time we click it, we get a different ID, which is weird, but I guess that is weird. That is weird. Also, this is going to yell because href did not match the server. So the way that we fix that is we say, hey, you have an ID equal to delete modal. Cool, that's fixed. Now we click that, delete modal comes up here. That's why it works now, because now we don't have that weird, it's being generated differently every time, or every time I click it. Okay, and then we have, cool. That is a decent start. We need to actually put the contents of our modal in there. So now we say, hey, this is the ID, that's the overlay, and then we have a pop-up. And we can say something like this. We can do Let's see, we're gonna do something here with a span. I'm gonna say span close modal spa. And then we're gonna say close modal class name is going to equal visually hidden. This one is not going to have the times symbol on it. Both of those are going to link. I don't think I need this. What I need is, actually I do need that to have a class name. So let's start with what we've got here. Hold on, not quite. Here's my pop-up. Well, let's do this. The content here is going to be children. Okay, cool. Delete. Are you sure you want to delete this entry? There's my pet. Here's a button I can click to close it. I can delete, I can click out. I cannot click out here yet because this needs to be position absolute inset 0. And then it's covering, which means if I click here, yep, this is fine. And if I click out here, oh, shoot, I hit the wrong one. I meant this one to be position absolute inset 0, which, yeah, so if I click anywhere in here, I'm inside of this modal. If I click out here, I'm on the close. So let's do that. Class name is not close, it's going to be absolute inset 0. And that is that. That might be good enough. Okay, let's start adding some of the functionality here. So we've got, let's see, I've got all of this recreated. Aria expanded. I need to do Aria expanded. This pop-up is true. Okay, let's come back down. This little doodad needs to know, let's see, type is button, Aria has pop-up, cool. We need a logical one here for Aria expanded is going to equal is going to equal a Boolean converted to a string. And local show is going to be set up in here. Const something local show comma set local show is going to equal use state of false. Cool. I must have an initializer. Destructuring declaration must have an initializer. That's weird. Oh, okay, went away. Cool. That should work. And then we're going to set some on clicks on both of these. So I'm going to say perp perp perp. I guess we'll put it at the end. On click is going to be close. I'm going to say function close is going to set local show to false. On click, open. Oh, whoops. Did that wrong. Why isn't anyone telling me? Open and close. Cool. I'm going to call this one open. And that's going to be true. Now, small little dilemma we've got here is we're going to say aria expanded. We're going to support a JavaScript and Node. Oh, hello. Excuse me, one moment. I swear, this freaking dog, he's like a cat. You put him outside, he wants to come in. You put him inside, he wants to go out. So, what was I doing? So the problem is, yeah, we have this aria expanded, and in a no JavaScript world, this is always going to maintain the server rendered state, which is going to be false. But when we click it, we want to set to true. That click relies on JavaScript to reset the state, the local showing state. So I think what I want to do is actually maybe do something like ref here, and ref equals, I forget how to do refs in React. I'll solve that in a minute. Okay, let's see if this is actually working. We got local show, cool, aria expanded, great. That might be thinking too much about it, but so let's see. Let's check this thing. Aria expanded false. We click it. Aria expanded true. Cool. We've got our thing here. We click it again. Aria expanded false. Awesome. Ooh, that's already starting to feel real good, isn't it? Cool. Let's see. Let's go to do only add aria expanded when JS is supported. Okay, cool. We have all of these required things. We've got the click handler. Cool, we're basically handling this slot thing. I don't need to deal with that. We've got a transition thing I don't think I need to deal with. Then if local show, we're showing this thing, which handles class names, backgrounds, classes, transitions, different tags that it could be, class name, style, don't really care about the style, inline style, max width, max inline size, tab index, here we go, role, dialog, aria, modal, true. Okay, we need these suckers. We need those on this dude. No, we need it on the pop-up. cool. And those are static values, so that's fine. Then we've got, let's see, content, we've got the transition, awesome. I need to grab these key codes. So let's go to, what is it, utensils.com. Check out the code on GitHub. Go to the source, grab data, I think, key codes. Cool. Now I can say const key codes equals that thing. Don't need you. Don't think I need you anymore. Ah, I also need focusable. Focusable is all of the elements that we want to be able to target and add focus to. That should actually be uppercase. 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 Cool. Don't need you, don't need you, don't need you. Let's see, name, inherit attributes, props, don't need props. Shoot, I did something. What did I do? I don't know what I did. Sorry. Props, showing, tag, dismissible, don't need that. Width, inline size. Right, max width, max height, okay. No scroll. Transition, content transition, classes, cool. Okay, data, active element. I am gonna need that one. All right, we got a lot of work to do here. Slots, don't need you. And then I need a watcher. I think for a watcher is basically like a use effect, right? Use effect? I don't know. Okay, so we watch for changes in local show, and we say if type of window is undefined, return. I don't think we need to do that. If next and next does not equal previous, active element is that, and then this. Okay, so there's one thing I'm just thinking about here, thinking through, is the modal dialog I created in Utensils is going to be a little bit more, have more functionality than this one. And that's fine because that is like a general purpose library that's built for anyone to be able to use. This is going to be specific to this project, so I can pare down the use cases. But now the question becomes, the use case is, do you want to support programmatic opening and closing of the dialog? Nugget, come here. Come here. Hey. Come here. Go to your place. Just get in there. I'll give you a treat. Yeah, lay down. So do you want to support programmatic opening and closing of the dialog? Because if you do, you have to keep track of the current focused element. And when you close that dialog, you want to return focus to whatever the currently focused element is. Now let's say, for example, that is clicking a button. If I click a button, I expect the dialog to open. If I exit that dialog, I expect the focus to come back to the button that was clicked. That's easy enough in our implementation right now because I have the button, right? If I click this little button and it opens and I exit, I can bring focus back here. I can put a template ref on that element and say, hey, when this closes, go to that element and just apply focus to it. The problem with that approach is what happens if we do some sort of programmatic opening of the dialog. For example, let's say I'm like tabbing through this input, right? I'm on here for some reason. And then, I don't know, a very ridiculous use case would be have a timeout that after a half a second, it's going to open up this dialog, right? So then I'm on this thing and a half a second later, this dialog opens. Now I didn't have an initiator besides some like set timeout. I didn't have an initiator to open that dialog. So when it closes, I would expect my focus to come back here, which means we should be capturing, yeah, I think I want to support that. But essentially it means we need to capture the document active element as the dialog is opening, and then when the dialog closes, we return focus to that active element. So how am I going to do that? I'm going to come down here. I'm going to I think I'm going to use another state set to null to begin with, and we're going to say active L and then set active L. So when we do this, we're going to say active set active L to document dot active element. And then when we close it, we're going to say active L, a little short circuit evaluation. And I'm going to say this. What am I going to say? Type is going to be an array with an HTML element. Cool, which means I should be able to now get focus. Yes, awesome. It's a function. Cool. Use state here should know that this is a Boolean, right? Or I guess what I can do, I guess what I want to do is this, is say use state with the initial state being a type of HTML element. There you go. Something like that. So now it knows, yep, okay, cool. That is the way we do type, what's the word? Where you force it to be a certain type in JS docs. Really ugly, but gets the job done. So now we know that this is an HTML element. Awesome. Cool. So let's do this, right? I'm going to tab down to my delete. I'm going to click. I'm going to tab around. Now I'm in this delete pet. And then I'm going to, I just clicked. Now I want to see. What happens if I do document dot active element is set to that delete. It's this A. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, now we have that active element thing figured out. This dot on open, this dot on close. Active element equals this, active element, this is the next tick. Cool, I think we have that figured out. And then we've got some events that we're emitting. Destroyed, this dot on close, cool. Okay, so next thing, we have this event listener pretty much taken care of. We need to do this. When it opens, we need to do all three of these things. And what are these things? We're basically adding an event listener to the window, which is the onKeyDown function, which is here. Okay, we have function open, function close, and we need a function on key down. Okay. I feel like this might need to be in a use effect. Okay, the no scroll thing, we will handle that in a moment. And then next tick, we need to do the refs. So let me see. React refs. Keep touching this stuff. Refs and the DOM. Isn't there like a use ref? There you go. Okay, so up here somewhere we have our state, and then we're gonna do content. It's going to equal use ref null. Cool, good and easy enough. Let's go use ref. Thank you. That should have pulled it in up there. Awesome. And then I'm gonna say content ref. And where we get this tab index, we're going to put this ref. Ref is going to equal this content ref. That way it gives us access to target that element. And because this element has a tab index of -1, it means we can trigger the focus state on it. And that's basically what I'm going to be doing. Cool. When we get open, we get the active element, and then I'll do that first. So our local true, add event listener of a key down, and then we want to say content ref. Actually, I want to see what do I get from this. That's going to deal with that. That will probably do there. And then this on key down. We'll have to see if local show equals false. So this dot local show. Okay, we're going to say if key codes equals escape, I'm not going to worry about dismissible. I'm going to do that. And then we're going to say, I'm just going to say close. Close. And if key codes equal this, then this.refs.content is going to be the content ref.current. There's not content return. Okay, query selector all, prevent default. If the content doesn't contain the document active element, then this is all just vanilla JavaScript. So I think that should be it. I guess I did a lot more copying and pasting than I did tab index than I did like writing from scratch, but hopefully you can still respect me as an individual. Tab index. Ugh. JSX killing me. Okay, so we delete. I press the tab key. It looks like I've got the tab trap in place, which is great. I can only go between this delete and this exit, and I can, cool. Look at that. That's awesome. I click delete, I tab, I close, I'm back focusing on the delete. I hit enter again, I'm back here. Awesome. I hit escape, nothing happens. I hit escape. That's because, well, actually, no. The things did happen that need to happen. But I need to set the window location. So set location false, and we're going to say window dot location dot hash equals an empty thing. So we basically remove that matching thing. So delete, escape, boom. And then I'm stuck. And then I need to, great, my event listener is still there. So let's try this. Location hash window dot remove event listener. So let's see, delete, escape, tab. Okay, tab is working again. Delete, escape, and I'm back on the delete. Cool. Click, works. Open, click, works. I think that's it. I think we got it. I want to become famous. Buy followers. Oh, awesome. It's good to have some good first-time chatters in here. Brent, are you around or what? Got that hammer, right? I don't know what that means. That's a good thing, right? It means it's working or something. So let's actually explore what we've got here. We've got a link that links to a hash, which I think accessibility-wise is fair game. And then we say that it's a type of button, and type of button we don't need. That's kind of weird. That was because before I was using a button. So we don't need type of button, but we give it a role of button. And then we say it has a pop-up is true. That's one thing I'm missing, is whether it's expanded. No, I've got our expanded kind of working there right now. Oh, ban the spammers. Okay. How do I do that? I click on the name, right? And then I do the triple dots and I block them or I report them. I don't know. Oh gosh, the dog is crying again. Hold on. Okay, how do I'm gonna do something to you, Mr. First Time Chat person. Sockwe. Ah, ban. Okay. Ban Sakwi. You're banned. And then we can close that. We go to Cavern Hacks and we can... What is mod them? Timeout. And I can ban them. Ban, ban, ban. Bye-bye. Cool. Awesome. Thanks for the tip. Okay, so that ARIA expanded thing, right? We basically want to... I think what I can do is just say... I mean, honestly, I think the right way to do this is do the content ref, and we're gonna do the toggle ref, and we're gonna say ARIA expanded. Gonna remove that. We're going to put it down. Let's see, on open, on close, set local is true, ARIA expanded. And we're gonna say, I guess because I just copy and pasted, I might as well walk through this. We want to set a key down. Well, hold on. Let me do this. Burp, burp, burp. We're gonna say content. This is gonna be the toggle ref. Cool. So we can access that. And then the key down basically says, hey, is the event key, or is the key that was pressed the escape key? If so, just call the close thing. And I guess we can like return, right? So we don't even do the rest of this function. Otherwise, if the event key is the tab key, then what I want to do is grab the content ref, so I have the access to the DOM node. And if we say, oh, if there is no content, which in this case is probably unlikely because I'm always going to have it. I guess I really want to know if there's children or not. Like if there's no children, it's... I don't know. I'm gonna get rid of this. We grab the content and we say, hey, from the content, from whatever is currently inside of the content, let's get all of the focusable elements. If there are none, just don't worry about executing the tab key because at this point the pop-up is open, but there's nothing else to focus on. So just don't use the tab key. Disable it essentially. If the what is this? If the modal dialog does not contain the current active element, meaning the one that is currently focused, yeah. So if somehow the focus was outside of the dialog to begin with, when you press the tab, if the dialog is open, when you press the tab key, go to the very first element with focusable element within the dialog component. If the active element, otherwise we can assume that one of the that the tab. No, we can assume that the current active element is within already, or the focus is already within the dialog component. And what we need to do is find the currently active, like the currently focused element, and then see if the shift key or the tab or like back shift key or whatever. Essentially, if the current active element is at the beginning of the at the top of the modal dialog, go to the next one. If it's at the top and the user clicked shift tab, that means they're going to tab backwards. Go to the last element in the dialog. If we're at the end of the list, essentially like loop back to the beginning. That was a really clear explanation of how it works. I know you're all impressed by my way with words, but you know, it's tough to be me, so haters gonna hate. So here we're gonna go toggle ref dot current dot Toggle ref is a mutable object. Content ref is a mutable object. I wonder if I do this. If I say these are also going to be HTML elements, would that work? And then we can see current, it's an HTML element. Cool. So now we know that this is going to be an HTML element, which can have the toggle. Ah, yeah, aria expanded. Expanded is going to equal local show, something like that. We should be able to do that, and then we should be able to do the same here. And I think I want to turn that into a use effect, actually. So we're going to see what I can do with that use effect. So, toggle ref is not defined. Toggle ref is totally defined, dude. Reload. Ha! Okay, that was interesting. I can open this, which means if I reload the page, oh my gosh, that's so cool. Now, what's gonna happen? Aria expanded is true. Aria expanded is false. Cool. Okay, that seems to be working all right. So I can open this, I can reload the page, and it starts open. How cool is that? We don't have the aria expanded, which is fine. Yeah, I think that's fine. Although technically we could set it up so aria expanded is there, but I'm all right with doing this, appending it as JavaScript is available. That's unfortunate that we can't, yeah. There's one improvement I want to make here. And that is this. I want to set, let's see. I want to set the I need to like use, let's see. Okay. So here's where things are a little bit interesting, because when the browser loads, I could technically check the hash and see if the hash is there, and then actually set the local show to true or false when the browser loads. The problem is that's going to introduce a disparity between... No, that's not going to introduce a disparity between the server side and the client side, because the HTML is all going to be the same. So I think that's what... No. That would introduce a disparity, because essentially what I would do then is say, hey, is local show, like, do I have this hash available? And if I do, then I can preload, or I can wait until the client loads and then inject. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Is there like a next tick in React? Or like on mounted? Next tick is not a function. Process next tick, no. Okay, so let's do React hooks on mount. Use effect. Okay, that's what I thought. Component did mount. Component will mount. Cool. Okay, let's do that. So use effect, document title is that, cool, whatever. So we can do something here. Wait, yeah, sure, right here. Use effect, please. And we're gonna say, so use effect, when it mounts, I'm gonna say essentially this. And what I need to do as well is set local show. Set local show to document dot location dot hash. I'm just going to console log this. And let's see what we've got. So when it loads, we've got that. Cool. And if it loads now, we get an empty string. That's fine. We're going to say document location dot hash triple equals. We're going to say set local show equals our ID, basically. No, it equals the hash and our ID. Cool. So now when this mounts, I made a mistake. So now when this mounts, we should say, hey, update the local show state to see if our current ID, like our thing should be open. And if it should, set the ARIA expanded when the page loads. And the reason why this is good is because if JavaScript is not enabled, that's just not going to run, and users are not going to get that whole like ARIA expanded true or false, which is probably a good thing, because alternatively, if we did it on the server side, set that ARIA expanded, we would have a state where it's just statically always says either true or false. And by doing it this way, we can say, okay, wait until JavaScript's enabled. When JavaScript's enabled, we can see and like inject it onto the page, so that by the time a user on a screen reader sort of device actually gets here, they do get that additional information on whether it is open or not. So now if I open this, we see ARIA expanded is true. If I reload the page, I should see ARIA expanded is true, which was injected after the page first loaded, because if I load this, I should see has pop-up or something like that. No, ARIA has pop-up, no dash. Has pop-up. I should see, yeah, here's the button. Right, so this represents, oh no. This represents just the code that was sent, it was generated just on the server side. We say, hey, this link has a roll of button and ARIA has pop-up is true. But if JavaScript's not enabled, we don't say whether the ARIA expanded is true or false. And then after the page loads, we inject ARIA expanded true, because that's there we go, because that is the state that the page loaded in. ARIA expanded was true, and there it is, ARIA expanded true. And then we close it and we get ARIA expanded false. Awesome. Well, I'd say that was quite an interesting little project to build. I feel pretty good about it. So we should have window. We have this. Yep. we have all this taken care of, and we can get rid of that, and that is our component, I think. So let's see, where'd that to-do go? We got rid of that. We didn't handle anything. Let's see, we don't need this. This is a better solution than what we started out with, I'd say. And it's not all that much code, really. Thanks, Brent. Let's see here. I do want to see what happens. React hooks before unmount or something like that. Okay, why use component will mount, component will unmount in React hooks, read full article here. So there's just one thing that I want to fix, and that is essentially as we create and destroy these components, we are adding an event listener to the page. Wait. Yeah, like it could happen that we add this component and then we open it, but then we remove it without closing it first. And in that case, if we kept on adding these dialog components to a page, opening them, and then somehow destroying the component without closing it, we end up adding a lot of event listeners, one for each time that we open one without closing it and allow it to destroy. So what we need to do is how to use component will unmount with React hooks. Use effect hook provide a React and call our subscription for the event inside use effect and do cleanup of that particular task inside use effect hook itself. So let's say an example, building a click outside for a popover, and add an event initialization. We also have to remove it because before the component is destroyed. Below we can see how we have added our event at the time of component initialization. Okay. I mean, I guess I can just do this, right? I guess I'm doing this in the wrong place. We're going to say here on this use effect, we're going to return this cleanup function. I don't think I have any dependencies to track, but I'll just put that in there anyway. We're going to do the on key down there, remove the event listener, which means I think I can get rid of it here. And then I have to add this event listener over here. Window, add event listener, key down, do on key down, remove the event listener from the key down. And then we basically need to say, I think this is fine, actually. Or no, I need to say if we're not open, return. Cool. That should handle it just fine. Now let's test it. I'm going to use my keyboard. I'm going to tab down to my thing. I'm going to tab around, and it's not working. It's not working. The focus trap is not working anyway. So let's console log local show, see what we've got. Looking at the console, we're gonna tab, local show is not defined. What? Oh, you're dumb. Okay. There you go. Man, I'm like sitting really low in this chair. Okay, let's tab, false, false, false. Local show is all false. Okay, so when it should be true. Okay, what happens if I say, I mean, open it now, right? That's weird. What's going on here? That's just not even running. No, come on, really? Open? Like nothing is actually triggering this open function? On-click open. Huh. Okay, interesting. I'm never setting open to true. Which means this whole time things have been working magically somehow. Oh, excuse me. This doesn't make any sense. On click. Thank you. Alert is not defined. Cool. Awesome. Let's go function. Returns a console log. Is it going to tell me console is not defined? No, you're not going to tell me console is not defined. Console low is not defined though. Haha. Okay. Let's try calling it. Okay. Definitely being called now. What the heck? Oh, you know what? I don't know if I... Open sesame. Open sesame. Okay. Okay, and this tab thing, so okay, so this is working. We need to see what's going on here. Local show. don't know. I don't know. Okay, so we open. So that's the problem. Set local show. Oh, I don't know. Okay. I can't figure this out right now. I'm just gonna call it and come back to it when I'm maybe not feeling so crazy. I mean, okay. I'm not crazy, right? Use state returns a setter. Set count. The function that sets set count to that. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Oh, that wasn't very helpful. Yeah, that's not gonna be helpful there. There we go. Really? I feel like I'm taking, okay. It's false. It's true, it's false. It's true, it's false. It's true, it's false. But somehow this is watching it just fine. Oh, I think I know what the problem is. I bet this use effect is running every time and resetting it. No, I don't know if that is. Okay, let's see. Well, you know, decoding is a fun thing to learn too, right? Decoding, debugging. So it's false, that makes sense. If I reload, false. I feel like, am I going crazy? All right, Brent, help me out here. Use state should give me a function that I can use as a setter. This is literally the same as that, and somehow, even though this is true, this remains false. All right, fine. I'm gonna say use effect. Fine, that's fine. Local show. And then I think I need to track local show, maybe? I have no idea what's going on here. Okay. Okay, so we have a watcher essentially on local show. Which means I think I can say, I open this, let's close that, let's close that, so let's select out that. And then this stuff can say, that move that logic around into like the watcher. So we just say, hey, set the value or remove the value. I think set active element can even be moved. Yep, okay. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. Oh. That may have done it. Don't ask me how, but aria expanded false, aria expanded true. There you go, I fixed it because I'm a master coder. I actually don't know what the heck happened. Don't know how it happened, don't know how I fixed it. It's okay. Can't explain it, but it works as we had originally planned and designed, so what more can I ask for? If I look at this element, let's even do this. When the page loads, aria expanded is not defined, or sorry, on the server, aria expanded not defined. When the page first loads, if JavaScript's enabled, aria expanded is injected and assigned to the value if we are on that hash. Do I have any console errors if I don't have the hash at all? No, I don't. Cool. And then when I click on that, aria expanded is set to true. And then we have the contents of our modal, which is good. I think I'm going to get rid of this. I kind of want to get rid of this little x. I think I'm going to get rid of that little x. So we're going to get rid of, just comment that out, I think, for now. Okay, we open that. I want to see pop-up. Cool. Overlay, pop-up. Sure, I don't think we need this content thing then. Burp. Burp. And now let's look at this CSS, and let's clean this. Position should not be absolute. Position should be fixed, but we actually don't need to I think you can be position fixed would be just fine. I think that should be fine. I think I want that to be position fixed, and I don't think I need any of this. So let's get rid of all that. Let's go dialog. Overlay is going to be overlay, and then fixed, and then inset 0, and then background gray 900/60. That should accomplish a lot of the same styles we already have. Transition, opacity, visibility hidden, opacity 0. Okay, let's see if we can do this. I need this. I need you to tell me visibility. Invisible. Cool. And we need to go here and say class name. Invisible. And opacity 0. And then we need to do at target, I think, or just target. Visible and target opacity 100. Let's see if that accomplishes what I'm looking for. It does. Kind of. Okay. I need to do a transition. Transition. Ease in. I mean, sure. Ease in, ease out, duration. Transitions are not, okay. Okay, let's see. Transition, delay, okay. Transition, transform, hover, transition all. Let's see if I can do this. Get rid of overlay, do transition, duration, 200, sure. Hopefully it transitions the opacity. That looks pretty good to me. Looks about right. Which means we don't need this at all. Cool. Now, you need to also be, let's say, display grid, and the pop-up, let's say I get rid of this pop-up class, and pop-up, margin, padding, background, border, width, box shadow, position relative. Cool, let's get rid of all that. Let's go to the dialog, and let's say The pop-up should have background white, padding 4. I think we already did this. Rounded. That should be pretty close. Okay. We want to give it like a max width. Yeah, fine. But this is going to be display grid, place content center. Cool. Transition, duration, I'll move those towards the end. This is going to be fixed position, inset, display, grid, and then place content center. Cool. And then we'll do the transition stuff here. Actually, maybe here. And we need a max width on this dude. So we're going to say max width, what is it? Something like 40. Ooh, hot dog. How about that? Ah, we have a problem. I have a flash. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to finish it today, but we're pretty close. All right, max width is not working. Okay, come on, let's go. Max width, max W, small, medium, large. Oh, excuse me. Screen small, medium, large. Okay, small, medium, large. Cool. Max width, let's go large. And I broke everything in my styles because Tailwind is fun to work with, people. So fun. So much fun. Really, really loving this. So the other question is, why the heck is this not working? Almost feels like maybe I need to depend on this. Ow, son of a gun. I hate React. So annoying. Anyway, we're close. Oh yeah, and then what am I clicking on here? Ah, this needs to be position relative. That gets it on top. Yep. Okay, fine. Let's go. Let's go. Not gonna save that yet. I want to see. Cool, that's what I wanted to see. That's the max width. That's fine by me. Maybe max width extra large. Okay, that's as far as I'm gonna get. I have this one little bug in it, but otherwise it works pretty well. It almost works well. The tab key is now broken again. Okay, tab is working, tab is working. I open it, tab is working on here, I close it, tab no longer works. That's okay, I guess. I think I maybe need to... it's this local show thing. This just never changes. So bizarre. Tab works fine. Open this. Tab thing works. Oh, no, cancel that. Close that. And now tab is just false, false. True, false, false. I don't know. I'm gonna have to come back to this. I'm not gonna get through it today. Close. Close, but no cigar. We had it at one point. We'll get it. We'll get it. I feel it. Alright, but that's it. I'm gonna take off. Hope you learned something that was interesting. We're close. We're close. But maybe we'll get it on Monday. I will be back on Monday. Maybe Monday, maybe Wednesday. I think next week I'm going down to my 1 day of streaming, and it should be like 4 hours at once, but just 1 day. So hopefully that schedule will work. I think right now I'm planning for, I guess, either Tuesday or Wednesday. So we'll see. All right, that's it. I'm gonna catch you when I catch you. Yeah, thanks. Have a great weekend too. I'm doing some more floating. Hit up the river and float down. We're gonna have 90-degree weather, so it's perfect for a river float. Brent, you have a wonderful weekend, and yeah, I'm gonna take off. All right, I'll catch you later.